Good evening, Fred and Karen. Sorry you couldn't be with us this evening. But we're not letting that bother us. We're going to go ahead without you. Okay, let's cut. Are we going?
Yep, we're going.
Okay, well,
Start the watch.
start the watch. Cue the watch. Well, here we are once again for our evening of 30 minutes. And as the festivities go on here, Karen and Fred, we want you to know, Karen, right off the bat, that this is one of the best parties you've ever given. We're all having a real swell time. We're enjoying the labors of our party. In your absence, one of the big controversies is whether, yes, you are. You can go ahead and start opening now. One of the big controversies this evening was on whether we should open the presents, and it was voted that we did we should go ahead and open the presents. Kathy, I wonder if I could have just a little comment from you with regard to the controversy over opening the presents.
Well, the main proponent for opening the presents was Aaron Bird, who felt cheated in front of all his friends without being able to open presents. I think you can see right now that he is tearing into them. Yes.
Very good. He does have his sunglasses. Greg, it's awfully good to see you this evening. You'll be covering the kitchen and the dining area this evening during 30 minutes, the culinary area during 30 minutes. Can you give any ideas on some of the highlights of this evening's program for Karen and Fred?
There are 2 Triscuits left, and where the competition is getting hot and heavy as to who is going to finish them. I guess that's the high point right now.
Well, thank you very much. We will be getting back to you. So, is your son handy? I wonder if we could have him.
He can build things. He can.
Okay, is he very good?
Yes, he's very handy.
I wonder if could he come over and possibly give us an interview?
Yeah, just
okay. Hold on, just a second. We'll just go on and fill in here. In the meantime, as we're having this joyous occasion here in the background, I wonder, Frank, can you get a picture of the baby in the background? In the back with the Cooper child in the background there. Yes. Now I've got a real delight here, Frank. I've got young Travis Wells here for a little bit of an interview. Are you okay? Travis, I'd like to have, being a baby, I wonder how you feel on this occasion.
Well, perhaps I can speak for him as I just changed a very full diaper. I believe he's excited by the occasion.
Yes. Well, very good. Would you agree with your father with his feelings about that?
Take the mic, Travis. Here, you hold this for a minute, please. Sing your favorite song. That's good. It's good.
Very nice. Thank you very much. You heard it right here on 30 Minutes. We did Baby Wells. Thank you very much, Travis. I wonder if we could have a mother. Are there any mothers here?
One over there. Lydia Heller.
Do we have any mothers? Do we have any mothers? Oh, here's a mother. Yes. I'd like to have nice to see you back, Betsy. I wonder if you could turn around and face the camera here just for a few minutes. Thank you very much. Being a mother, I wonder if you could reflect for a few minutes on this evening, this activity. I guess my question to you, Karen, would you be so gauche as not to attend your own shower?
Never.
I'd
have stuck with it.
Diane, would you have attended your own shower?
I would have.
Thank you very much. That's 2 out of 2 so far. I wonder if we could go on around. Yeah, would you have attended your own shower?
Well, usually with soap, but
yes.
Once you get home here, what's the matter? Where we all are, get on home. Don't mess around with the details. Just haul it over here. That's what I mean.
Thanks a lot. Well, here we are again at our production of 30 Minutes. The action has stopped momentarily here. Rosemary has run to the phone. This may be the announcement which we've been waiting for. We'll hold here in a holding pattern just for a few minutes, waiting for Rosemary to come back from the phone. Lydia, this is a pretty exciting moment. What do you think? Boys, girls, what's your feeling?
I really have mixed feelings. I got so excited when I heard all this news. And I've thought about it a lot, and I've been up and I've been down. but I have decided.
Excuse me, Lydia.
I have
I'm sorry.
decided.
I'll come back to you in just a second. Rosemary is back here with a report from the hospital. Rosemary, let's have that report from the hospital.
I regret to say that that was not the hospital calling. That was, in fact, Karen's Avon lady, who was wondering if Karen would be interested in some Avon products tomorrow. And Mrs. Fisher said no, she didn't think that she would, since she was very probably at this moment in labor.
I think that probably is very accurate, Rosemary. Thank you. Let's go back at a very important point here. Would you keep us informed on the... I understand we will be checking in with the hospital soon. Is that correct? All right. We will be checking back with you again in a few minutes, nurse. Lydia, I'm sorry it was a false alarm, but the point you were making is if I cared.
Yes, I believe I have decided that having twins is for the birds.
You heard it, folks. Jesus. Yeah. Well, you heard it. Excuse me, I'm on the court here. We're having going to have a few more interviews. If you could, a young lady here, Tracy, I wonder if you could step over here and talk with me for just a few minutes. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. How do they make babies?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, where did you come from?
My mommy.
Your mommy. Did she just pick you up somewhere and bring you
No.
home? How did it work out?
I came out of her stomach.
You came out of her stomach. Well, very nice. And where did your sister come out of? Her ear?
No, her stomach.
Her stomach. Okay. So.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. So are you saying that you expect if the twins tonight to come out of Karen's stomach?
Yeah.
Very good. Andy, come here just for a minute, son. Step right up here to the microphone. I'd like to, have you and Tracy had intimate knowledge with each other yet?
No.
Okay, could I ask you just one other question, Andy? I know that you're awfully busy and sure appreciate the time that you're spending with us here. How do they make babies, Andy? Could you tell us?
No.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You heard it, neither Aaron
They make them out of.
or Tracy.
They make them out of plastic.
Out of plastic. Well, thank you very much. I wonder if we could check with the nurse. Is the call ready to the hospital? As all great stories happen, this story also had a beginning. Corky, you were there at the beginning. Yes. Aaron, why don't you put the picture down for a minute and let's just talk with Corky. Drop the picture. Excuse me, Corky. Corky, as I understand it, you were the best man at Karen and Fred's wedding.
That's correct.
And what did you do at the wedding? How was the wedding? Give us a brief description of the ceremonies.
Well, once we cleared off enough of the tobacco plants, we could have the wedding. Besides that, it was really an interesting thing because all of Vardy Valley was there. And, Sneedville, Tennessee, Vardy Valley.
Sneedville, Tennessee.
Right.
Thank you, Corky.
Hancock
County,
Right.
yes. And you were there, right?
I was there.
Okay. What kind of a wedding was it?
What kind of a wedding was it?
I think that maybe the question was, would you consider it a traditional church-type wedding or...
Oh, no. It was out in the open in a tobacco patch, I said.
Out in the open in a tobacco patch. Would you like to get down, Aaron? Aaron would like to get down.
Is that a shotgun wagon for you?
Oh, no. It was, yes, shotgun.
Corky, how pregnant was Karen when they got married?
4 months, I believe.
4 months pregnant. Okay. I understand, Corky, that your wife's here this evening. Is that right? June.
There she is.
June, come on up for a minute, will you, June? Another longtime friend of the Birds. June, how do you feel this evening?
I feel just fine. I'm having a good time, but I miss Karen and Fred.
Yes. There has been some feeling that, as I said at the outset of the program, that this is probably one of the best parties Karen's ever given.
Well, hadn't really looked at
Patch that hole in the wall.
That hole in the wall, yeah. We'll get to that in the morning, Bob. What do you feel? And the window's a little cracked, but that'll be all right, too. How do you feel? Do you feel this is one of the better parties you've been to here at the Bird residence?
Well, this is a good party, despite the absence of some fun people. But I am having a good time.
Who?
Who?
Who's absent?
The host.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. Rose, did you have a message that you wanted to give to Karen and Fred?
I just wanted to say to Karen, I told you so. This morning at 10:30 when you were having pains in your back, but it wasn't labor, I said it was labor. And this afternoon when you had the pains in your stomach and you said it wasn't labor, I said it was labor. And indeed, it has turned out to be labor. And my message to you was, I told you so, Karen.
You're laboring the point, Rose.
Yes, I know. Well, I told her all afternoon, and she refused to believe it. You see, she said it was a flu.
The flu.
Yeah.
The flu. Well, Tracy, I wonder if you could announce that Jeffrey's going to come over for an interview now. Jeffrey, I wonder if you would interview Corky here just for a few minutes. You ask him questions. Turn around and face the camera.
Corky, what did you think about the wedding?
Well, it was a beautiful wedding.
Oh.
Fred got
What?
thrown in the creek. He had a big shoe on the back of his car with a bunch of cans. And he went somewhere soaking wet.
Well, poor Fred. You know what? I don't think that's any way to treat a bride or groom or whatever Fred was.
Why?
I don't know.
That's what you're supposed to do. Throw him in the creek.
You're supposed to throw him in the creek?
Yeah.
Ah, I get it. Just like at this other thing, you're supposed to do something to it. Oh yeah, on a birthday, you're supposed to pinch him. Like that. Here.
Jeffrey, that was a real swell job. Thank you very much. Frank, I wonder if we couldn't just pan the room. The crowd has sort of spread off into the other areas now as the festivities have, not for a few minutes, Trace, not for a few minutes. The festivities, have we had a recent report on the goodies? Has anybody been out? Still quite a few goodies out on the table. There's no more sherbet left. And we have had almost an overflow crowd this evening. Wouldn't you say so, Tracy?
Yeah.
Thanks. Is there anybody that we haven't interviewed who's dying to come up here and be on camera? Yeah. Bob, I wonder if you could get her out here for a few minutes. I think this picture speaks for itself. There you have Amanda teaching baby Cooper to walk. Yes, now Jeffrey's going to help a little bit, and we're moving right around there in this walking scene. Kathy, this really has been quite an emotional-filled evening. It's been a few minutes since you've been on the mic. Why don't you share some more of your up-to-date impressions with Karen and Fred?
Well, Karen, it's probably better that you went on because it's been awfully loud and would have been really hard to control, you know. The fact that there were all these children and all these adults and they all had something to say to each other would have been hard to keep them down, you know, if you were up in the bed not feeling good at that point. So we're sorry that you're not here, but maybe it was good timing in one sense.
Well stated, Kathy. Instead of Karen staying here and bitching, she had the opportunity to go to the hospital and have her children. Oh, hello, Frank. How you doing there? Are you on? Oh, here we are back again. As you notice, Karen Fred, time does march on. Coming up later in the program will be a direct report from the hospital. Our lines of communication are being open at this present time. Tracy, you had a couple other things you'd like to say this evening, right? So here's your opportunity. Can we get the camera down on young Tracy here? Go ahead and tell Karen and Fred what you think about this great occasion.
It's a great big crowd.
Yes.
And,
Well, that's good. If you think of something else, you can come back and join us, okay? Karen and Fred, there's someone here at the table eating, which is appropriate. I think you'll recognize her when she does come on camera. Mary, I've been looking for you, and then I came out here to the table and found you. Frank, you're on the cord there. Thank you. You're still on the cord, Frank. Your right leg. Lift your right foot up, poor kid. He's doing well to hold the camera. Mary and Sarah, they're two of our resident psychics, astrologers, or kooks. We'd like to have some impressions from you on this evening. The possible ramifications of twins being born on this date in history, or say within the next 10, 12 hours. Can we have a few thoughts on that?
Well, it'd be Sun in Pisces and Moon in Sagittarius, and we want the exact times.
The exact times, yes. Okay. Sarah?
Not just some minutes, seconds.
You heard that, Karen and Fred. For both.
Yes,
For
not just
both.
one.
Not just
Both.
one. I think we got your point, Mary.
Right. That's all I have
All
to
right.
say.
Okay, put a piece of cake in your mouth, Mary. Sarah?
Yes, Jer. Well, I think Mary and I are hoping that these babies will be born this week because it will avoid a great calamity for their futures if they are.
And what would that calamity be, Sarah?
On the 19th, 5 major heavy planets will be going retrograde.
No kidding.
No kidding. And if
You heard it, retrograde. What was that? Retrograde. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard.
And if they're born now, they will avoid 5 heavy planets retrograde. I think that would be a blessing for them.
And
Yes.
for you, for Karen.
For Karen and Fred. Yes, let's not forget Karen and Fred. I'd like to thank you for this time, Mary. I know I took you away from your reading.
Yes.
Go ahead and finish the cake. Yes. Yes. Bob, what was that? Okay, I'm still having a little trouble with my cord there. Lydia? Just a few random interviews. It's right, Lydia, you have to. Kathy, gotcha. You can't get away. Had a few people sneaking away.
Everybody's avoiding you. They're running like mad.
Besides eating, Kathy, how's the evening been?
Well, it's too bad Karen isn't here, but she's an excellent hostess.
Well, I've asked several people so far. There is a general feeling, a general consensus that this may be the best party Karen's ever put on.
Put on, you're right.
Thank you. You heard it, Karen.
Poor Karen.
Do you have any possible tips for them when they come home with these 2 joyous bundles?
Yes, I hope they bring lots of brooms and mops to clean up the mess we're leaving behind us. We're going to party till they get here, and then we're going to run like mad.
That's swell. That's swell. I'm going to leave you now. I wonder if we could possibly go out into the kitchen for a few minutes. The kitchen is vacating. Good evening, Doctor. Oh, yes. I wonder if we could try our call now to the hospital. What is the name of the hospital over there?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph's Hospital in Buchanan, like the aspirin, in Buchanan, West Virginia. Yes. Yes, your teeth have to really be bright on these close-ups. So I'll pan the camera. Okay, we're now placing our call. Dr. Goodman, being somewhat of an expert, possibly you have some observations on this evening's activities.
Yes, well, you certainly do throw some very nice parties, and wish you were here. And I really don't know what else to say. I'm in cultural shock. I've never been to a videotape party.
Yes, well, we try to do our part. We were very saddened by the fact that Karen and Fred couldn't be here, but
Too bad the toilet's plugged up.
it's too. Yes, Bob. Have you been looking at the toilet? Did you get the cardboard for the window?
The cardboard for the window is probably all right.
Excuse me, Bob. We're at our point now of our hot call has been completed. We will join the call in progress.
I would like some information on how she's progressing. I'm calling about my brother's wife who was brought into the hospital this evening in labor, and I'd like some information. I'd like to know if she's delivered the babies or just what's going on, if I could possibly. Thank you. I'm being connected to OB.
You heard it, folks. The call is being connected to the OB. We are coming up. We will have a medical report in just a matter of moments. If you'll just hold on. I know you're all very anxious, but the call is being completed.
Anybody know what she's going to name it?
No, not yet. We're not sure. We've heard some names, but the call is being completed now. We should know in just a minute. We should have some contact with the OB unit. Oh, yeah, definitely. Wait a minute, Tracy, you do have something else, dear?
I hope Karen and Fred have a girl and a boy.
Well, you heard it there. Tracy Haller hopes that Karen and Fred have a girl and a boy. Kathy, are you aware that we do have the... excuse me, I'm going to the medical...
This evening in labor. Her name is Karen Bird. Can you give me any information at all? She has not delivered.
The report, ladies and gentlemen, she has not delivered yet. She has not delivered yet. That is the official report, our medical report update. We'll go back to the report. We do not know that yet. We will check back.
Oh. No. Just could you give Fred and Karen a message? Could I please talk to Fred? Okay. She's dilated 3 to 4 centimeters.
Okay, hold on. The report now, she is dilated 3 to 4 centimeters.
They're making her as comfortable as possible.
They are making her as comfortable as possible. Keeping a close eye on her. Cannot give any estimation as to when she will deliver.
Your sister Rosemary. You really have to go to length to get information. We just called to tell you that we're having a lovely shower, and since you are missing it, we're videotaping the shower. So that
Yes, Fred, at this very moment, our voices are being recorded on the videotape, as are our faces. Handheld camera by Frank, part of the Darlington hell-raising crew. Boy, didn't we have a good time down in Myrtle Beach, that old gang of mine. Plus Rosemary, the nurse. Just don't talk about that. Can I have a word with Fred? Fred, how you doing? Okay, Fred, what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to put the microphone up here to my earpiece, and I'd like to have just a few comments, see if we couldn't record these for posterity also. I will try to listen in, okay? Okay, go ahead and talk, Fred. Real good, Fred. I couldn't understand a word you said. You're back with me, Fred. I'll translate as we go along here. About 5-6 centimeters dilation. We're about halfway there. In about another hour. Let me get a little reaction there from the crowd. We have a lot of people here. Could I have your attention? We have a new medical bulletin. Hello, could I have your attention? A new medical bulletin. The new medical bulletin is that was 5 to 6 centimeters, Fred. 5 to 6 centimeters dilation. 5 to 6 centimeters. We're yes, and Fred, Fred, you're hoping for about an hour, right? Fred's prediction is we will have two more people on this planet in about an hour, so let's hold on here. Well, Fred, we're here at Pregnancy Central, just doing our darndest, good buddy, to hold things together, and we wish you the best, and we're going to hang out here for a while, good buddy. Here's a young man who'd like to have a word with you. Hold on there.
What?
We've got a tired young man here, a little upset by the proceedings, but he's hanging in there real well. We're having some controversy here with what's going on. I'm sorry, let me get back out of the light here. Dumb toys. You hit it, Fred. Dumb toys. I'm afraid we're not getting this on the tape. We have lost audio on this portion, but then we will. Now we're going to come back to Fred here. Fred? Well, we got a tired young man there, but he's holding it together pretty well. Yeah, he's doing fine. Yeah. And so we're going to stick around here at Pregnancy Central, Fred, and your sister, if we don't hear anything within an hour, we will be calling back. Real good, Fred. Real good. Give Karen our best, and I know you want to get right back into that old labor room. And a big 10-4 and 3s and 8s to you both. And I don't think it'd be appropriate to tell Karen that all of her ups and downs are in between the sheets. So we'll be checking back with you, good buddy. Catch you on the flip side. Ruby doo to you too. Goodbye.
You even pick the cards and you still lost? Jesus Christ. Are we ready? Are we going now?
Well, here we are maintaining our vigil here at the Birds shower. The clock on the wall is telling us it's about 24 minutes after the hour. We had a report from the hospital approximately a little before midnight, and Karen was doing well at that time, but there is no definite word yet. We're here. This is the last of the party. I think we have Sarah in on the couch. Corky, Aaron safely asleep. Andy's in asleep on the sofa. Kathy's holding the camera here. Thank you much, Kathy. Just a brief report here. Just to keep this. Kathy won the card game. We're having a swell time here. Miss you all. And we'll be back to talk with you a little bit later, Karen and Fred. A Ruby do. Continuing the vigil here. We're into Saturday morning. The time is about 20 minutes until 1. And in the spirit, we're having a demonstration here, Karen, in folding diapers. You may find this invaluable when you come back over from the hospital. The audience, the group is still intact here. There was a feeling a while ago that Corky and June were going to leave. Corky just left. Yeah, he's back. He's back. But we are still here maintaining the vigil here at Pregnancy Central, and we will be back with you shortly. Karen? Well, as you can tell, things have pretty well wound down here at the shower where Karen and Fred Bird. Pregnancy Central is still here, and still 4 of us on guard here. Rose, and Sarah, who's asleep on the couch, and Kathy behind the camera. We want to thank all of those associated with tonight's broadcast. And it's been a pleasure having this opportunity to spend this time not with you. Good night.
Welcome back to the concluding minute and a half of the Birds Coming Out party. We're going to very quickly introduce Sarah and Ben to you. Sarah, who I have here, was born at 12 minutes past 1 on March 12, 1977. She weighed 4 pounds, 12 ounces. Ben, who is having his afternoon chow, weighed in at 4 pounds, 14 and a half ounces, and he was born at 7 minutes till 1 on March 12, 1977. It's now 2 weeks to the day since the babies were born. We brought them home today. They are healthy, happy. Mama's happy, Daddy's happy, and Aaron's getting along well also. He's come through it quite well. We wish to thank everybody who was at the shower on the night of the big coming out, and we appreciate all the gifts, and we especially enjoyed the tape everyone did for us.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Considerably more weight, weigh well over 5 pounds, and are doing quite well. Now, would you like to move over and talk to the happy mother about this now? As you can see, we have one of the
or as you can't see,
prizes with us, and he's happily nursing along, sleeping quite contentedly as he chows down.